Dance is a poem of which each and every movement is a word. It is a hidden language of the soul, of the body. Indian classical dance is sustained by a profound philosophy. It's like dreaming. It's like dreaming with your feet, with your hands, with your postures. When you dance, specifically if I talk about Kathak, when you dance, it is not about getting certain place on the floor or getting attention of people. It is about enjoying each and every step. And it is like, I see dance being used as a communication between body and soul to express something which is too deep to find for words. Pranam everyone, hello. My name is Chaitanya Sharma and I live in Kathgodam. It is a place in Nainital district. You must have heard about Nainital. If you're not, you should once look how Nainital is. It is a really beautiful place in India. And I am a Kathak dancer. I've learned Kathak from my mother. Her name is Namita Sharma. I also learned Rajasthani folk dance, which is called Bhavai and Khumar. And I'm learning that under Dr. Miriam Parekh ma'am from Manistel University. And in this video, I'll be telling something of Kathak, which I know something. Okay. And starting with a very, very small, pretty 4 lines or 3 lines. I'll explain what does this mean, but let's listen first. हर किसी के सपने हैं, हर किसी के सपने हैं, हर किसी की कहानी है, बस झनक से ही पहचान लो. हर घुंघरू की दास्तां पुरानी है, हर घुंघरू की एक कहानी है. Okay, so what this means is every person has dream. Every person has a story. Now the line, बस झनक से ही पहचान लो. The voice of the ghungroos which are tied on feet when you perform Kathak. That sound is called chanak. So you can get to know through the voice of that chanak of that ghungroo that this ghungroo has a story. This ghungroo has a very old and unique story. So through Kathak, like the word Kathak says, Katha kehne wala, the person who tells the story. Ancient mythological stories are depicted with the help of hand movements, postures, your footwork, your expressions. There are many beautiful aspects of Kathak. If you explore, you'll get to know that this is like a very beautiful thing. Okay, and in this video, we'll look upon Hasta Mudras, hand movements, the hand postures. Okay, so they are a very, very important part of Kathak. It makes the story easy to understand for the person. Okay, so basically there are 2 types of Hasta Mudras, Sanyukta Hasta Mudras and Asanyukta Hasta Mudras. Sanyukta Hasta Mudras, it's like those postures where those hand movements which are depicted through 2 hands, joining 2 hands or with the help of 2 hands are called Sanyukta Hasta Mudras. And those hand movements which are depicted only through 1 hand are called Asanyukta Hasta Mudras. Now, basically in this video, we'll look into Asanyukta Hasta Mudras. So let's get into it. Now, the first mudra which I'll be talking about is the most common which you can see. It's like when you perform Tatkar is the basic foot movement of Kathak. So the hand posture is like this. You hold these 2, bend these 2 in place. This. Now this is what is known as Aral Mudra. It denotes the drinking of nectar or sipping of poison you can depict with this action. Moreover, a beauty of a woman could be depicted with this action. A powerful wind could be depicted. many other things. Moreover, feather of peacocks can also be depicted through this action if you want. It's like totally depends upon your creativity, how you use the action. Another is pataka. Pataka is flag. It is done with all the fingers um, straight, like the stop sign, and there should be no gaps with that gap between the fingers. So this is what pataka is. It could be used for if you are blessing someone, depicting something like somebody is blessing some person, or if you're asking for something, and also stop. No. So this is what it is used for. Or then other than that, it is again totally depending upon your innovation, how you use the action. Another is ardha pataka. Now this is pataka. It is done by bending the little finger after doing like you perform 3 pataka, and if you bend this little finger, these 2 fingers all alone, or these 2 fingers with this becomes ardha pataka. So it is ardha pataka. It denotes leaves of a tree. You can denote the leaves of a tree from with this posture. Okay. And another is Tripataka. Like Ardha Pataka was like Pataka is this, Ardha Pataka is this. Now this is what Tripataka is. This finger stands like this, like all the fingers are held straight, close together, and except the ring finger, which is a bit bent. This is what Tripataka is. Now there is another posture which is my personal favorite. It is Mayura. The word Mayura means peacock, and it is often depicted. It often depicts birds like peacocks. Mayur in itself means peacock, but in Indian classical dance forms, it is also used to depict decorating the forehead. Like it's like if you put kumkum on your head, you have to use this. This you can do. So that is what Mayura position does. Now what you have to do is, you have to, like you did in Tripataka, this finger is bent. Now in Mayura, you have to bend this a bit more, and you have to join this with your thumb. So this is what Mayura is. When you depict peacock with this hand movement, now what you do is, you just create the feathers like this with this hand movement. So that's what Mayura is. Now another is Mushti. It is a really easy one. It's like it is a tight fist, which is the symbol of force, also known as fist mudra. It is used for releasing pent-up emotions, suppressed anger, frustration, constant irritation, and the negative emotions. Also a strong point. That's what Mushti depicts. Now another posture which we have is Shikhara. Now all the fingers are bent against the palm, and this thumb is left. It's raised and held erect. It is used to denote a lot of things. It's like an armor, a bow. Now another Hasta Mudra which we have is Shikhara. This is what Shikhara is. Here all the fingers are bent and pressed against the palm. The thumb is raised and it's held erect. It is used to denote a lot of things like an armor, a bow, a pillar, or the upper lips, or a truth, or questioning somebody, like and also saying no, like no. This is used for that also. I use that for a lot. Now the sound of bells is also created with the help of this posture. Pulling a griddle is also done. Drinking, so like this is the worldwide action for drinking. So another posture which we have is Katka Mukha. This is what Katka Mukha is. It is done by bringing together the index finger, the middle finger, and the thumb. The ring finger and the little finger are raised, and Katka Mukha is generally used to express plucking or picking up flowers, holding necklace or garland, or if you're holding something. It's like I picked this and I'm holding this. So this Katka Mukha is used. I'm wearing something, Katkamukhil. Now, to show preparing a paste of sandal or musk, also it's done. So many, a lot of things. Now, another which we have is Ardha Chandra. So this is what Ardha Chandra is. Looks like this, or this you can see. Now, this is like half moon, Ardha Chandra. If you want to depict Lord Shiva, you depict with this. Basically this posture depicts the half moon. Now, another is Sarpashisham. The meaning of Sarpashisham is snake head. This is what Sarpashisham is. This. Okay. So, I wanted to say something. Nobody cares if you can't dance well. Just get up and dance for yourself. If someone understands, good. And if someone doesn't understand, okay, fine. If not, no matter. Go right on doing what interests you. And do it until it stops interesting you. Dance gives you the potential to find yourself and lose yourself at the same time. Life is like dancing. Life is literally like dancing. It's about getting from one place to another. It's about enjoying each and every step. To me, dance is a passion. It's a hidden language of soul. It's like consciousness expressing itself through creation. So, job of the feet is to walk, but the hobby is to dance. And I'm very proud to say that I am a classical dancer. I actually consider a day lost on which I'm not danced or something like that. For final note, I would like to say that when you dance, just close your eyes. When you dance, just close your eyes and imagine how does it feel to picturize Lord Krishna dancing or Lord Krishna playing his flute. Like there is without any worry. He's just into it and he's just dancing. When you picturize him playing a flute or dancing, just imagine him playing a flute and dancing without any worry, any kind of other thought. So when you dance, be in it, live in the moment. Don't think of any other thing, like anything will happen. Just stay calm and dance it out. Thank you for joining me in this video, and yeah, pranam. Bye bye.